het zijn, tot ziens tegen.
It's bad news in the land of dreams, they're putting down a fight. He gave himself the Son of God. They said that man's a liar. They said, how can any son of heaven harbor such desires? We think he's just a lamb in armor. And there's bad news in the house of love. They took away her son. She said, I know my rights. They said, what is done is done. You want to call yourself a rightful mother, pull the other one. We think you're just a lamb in armor. You fret about the world today, the price of love to disarray. Well, stop me if I'm starting to alarm you. You fall apart and lose your spot. You reinvent the what is not. God, take me back to Camelot. I was a lamb in armor. Yeah. Bad news on the highway, they're digging up the bone. He found himself a sweet thing, maybe 20, 21. And they said she had it coming. When she let him drive her home, they said she's just a lamb in armor. There's bad news at the wishing tree, they're making quite a fuss. The answer's at their fingertips and they learn to adjust. But they say it looks like peace on paper, man, and that's good enough for us. You see, he's just a lamb in armor. You fall, you fret about the world today, the price of love, the disarray. And stop me if I'm starting to alarm you. You fall apart and lose your spot. You reinvent the what is not. God, take me back to Camelot. I was a lamb in armor there. There's bad news at the wishing tree, they're making quite a fuss. The answer's at their fingertips if they learn to adjust. They say it looks like peace on paper, man, and that's good enough for us. You see, he's just a lamb in armor, yeah. There's bad news in the making, bad news on the wind. Bad news from as far away as I have ever been. There's bad news in my kitchen and there's bad news in my bed. There's bad news wrapped around that stuff they bang into your head. You know there's bad news at the Casbah, bad news underground. You just give the dog a bad name. You just give a dog a bad name. You just give a dog a bad name, then you have to shoot him down. Nothing but bad news. Nothing but bad news. Nothing but bad news.